solve the equation for t. So the following equation is s equals 1/3 g times t squared. So the goal is we want to be able to isolate t. So let's go ahead and write this out. So right now we can see that we have s, which is equal to 1/3 times g t squared. So the goal for us is to solve for t. So the first thing we want to do is multiply the entire equation by the LCD. Well, the LCD is 3. So we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by 3. So 3 times s is 3s. And that's equal to, well, 3 times 1 is 3 over 3 is 1. So therefore, what's left is just gt squared. Okay, now, in order for us to isolate t, we have to divide by g first. So therefore, we have 3s over g, and that's equal to t squared. Okay, now we need to solve for t. In order to do that, we're going to have to take the square root of both sides. So we have the square root of plus or minus the square root of 3s over g, which is equal to the square root of t squared. So now we have plus or minus the square root of 3s over g, and that's going to equal t. Okay, now let's check and make sure how they want us to answer this question. It says rationalize all the denominators. So this case, it's not rationalized yet. So what we have to do is the following. Okay, we have the square root of 3s over g, which is the same thing as the square root of 3s over the square root of g. So in order to rationalize the denominator, we got to multiply the numerator and denominator by the square root of g. So therefore, in the numerator, we're going to have the square root of 3sg over the square root of g times g, which is g squared. And so therefore, we end up with the square root of 3sg over g. So therefore, in step number 6, we're going to rewrite this where it says t is equal to plus or minus the square root of 3sg over g. And therefore, that is our solution. So let's go ahead and put that in there. So first thing is that there's already a plus or minus. So we can put our fraction. We have our square root of 3 lowercase s lowercase g. Divide that by lowercase g. And there is our result.